Hello and welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you, and this one is going to be Zucchini from the Birmingham Pen Company, and they have some wonderful inks. Let's see if I can get this open, trying not to wreck the box. There we go. And they have wonderful inks. I really like their pretty much everything that they make. And these boxes are nice too. They're matte so that you can put a dot of the ink on the top so you can see what it is without having to open it. All right, so here's how this looks. They have a really nice like packaging and very large, very generous bottles, and they're glass. So let's go ahead and take a look at Zucchini and see what that is like. And they do very small batches of ink. So if they have something on their website and you want it, get it, because it will not be there for very long. They typically sell out even before I can buy something. I'll put it in my cart and go to do something and come back later to buy it and it'll already be gone. So very frustrating, but that just means that you got to be quick. So anyway, there are a few colors from them that I really like that I'm trying to get my hands on. And anyway, they also have pretty good customer service. They respond to my emails. And let's see here, Zucchini. Anyways, if you've never purchased anything from them, I definitely recommend them. They also sell pens whenever they have them in stock. And let's see what else. I'm going to set this under the fan to dry. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. They also have postcards for sale sometimes. Let me see. Get that under there. Okay, this is copy paper, and what I like to do is I just always like to check the ink performance on some copy paper, because sometimes if you're at work or school or something and you don't have access to your nicer paper, you just want to know how the ink will perform to see if it's worth taking it with you for those situations. And this is a copy paper. All right, so first of all, it's a very deep green color, very nice. And there's a tiny bit of feathering, but that might just be because of how much ink this pen puts down. I don't know, but it looks like it might be an okay one to use on cheap paper. Just a second. All right, sorry about that. So this is some HP32 paper, and HP32 is just another type of copy paper, but it has a nice finish on it, so the ink tends to perform a little bit better than it does on regular copy paper. And this is a good in-between if you can't get the Tomoe River or something else. Alright, and this is HP32. So far this is a very dark green, but it does go down really smooth. And if you want a dark color that's maybe work safe but is more interesting than just plain black, this might be a good option. But I'll see what happens when it dries. We'll see what this ink does. I find that a lot of times their inks have surprises. So let's see if this is one of them. And by surprises, I mean like an unexpected property that didn't show up on their swatches or something, and it's always a positive thing. Okay, this is Tomoe River paper. And if there are any colors that you'd like to see me review, let me know in the comments. If I have it or if I can get it, I'll make a review video. Okay, there we go. I'm beginning to wonder if this ink actually has a sheen to it. It's a suspicion because it's doing something around the top edge of the bottle here. I'm going to wipe that off so it doesn't glue itself shut. I'm going to put the lid on. These are big bottles, so if I spill it, it would be kind of a catastrophe. Let me check on that swatch. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So here it is on copy paper. So there is a tiny bit of feathering, but I have a feeling that maybe in like a really fine nib or a pen that just doesn't put a lot of ink down, that this would probably be totally fine on copy paper. It's a nice, really dark green. which is good if you want something, again, like I said, something close to black, but that has more visual interest. Same thing with this HP32, very, very dark. It does something. There's something special about this on this paper, especially when you compare it to the copy paper. But, excuse me, but it is definitely a tiny bit of shading in here and everything. So you do get some shading. And like I said, it's better than just a flat black. There's something nice about it. And then here it is on the Tomo River paper. And again, there's something about it. It does have shading. And I don't know, there's something about the swatches that I put down. But you'll see in a second here. So here on the swatch card we made, it has some sheening going on there, a green sheen, which is really cool. And you can see what I mean by this being like a black, but something special. Like down here in the writing, you have a little bit of shading in the writing, but that sheen comes out sometimes. And I think depending on how much ink was being put down by your pen, you might be able to see more of that sheen in the writing itself. So this is a really pretty ink. It's a very, very dark green. And again, like I said, it could pass as a black when you're writing maybe, if you wanted something work safe, but you didn't want to use black or blue. This would be a really good choice, I think. It's very pretty and very unusual color, so I'm glad I picked this up. So if this video was helpful to you at all, or if you like this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.